I am Akinori Uesugi from the Institute for the Study of Ancient Civilizations and Cultural Resources, Kanazawa University in Japan. The title of my paper is Extensiveness, Diversity, and the Integration of the Indus Urban Society. Starting from a very well-known fact about the Indus civilization, that this ancient civilization developed over a very wide area, I will attempt to propose some perspectives to better understand the complexity, diversity, and the integration of the Indus urban society. The Indus civilization is well known for its extensive area, measuring 1,800 kilometers from east to west and 1,800 kilometers from north to south. The area includes various physical environments such as alluvial plains, hills, seashores, deserts, and so on. The area of the Indus civilization is defined by the distribution of elements of the Harappa culture, which is distinguished by its homogeneous cultural contents, including seals, ceramics, weights, and so on. Though the origin of the Harappa culture has not been well understood. The Harappa culture is sometimes called the veneer, covering the different parts of the Indus Valley and its surrounding regions, each of which has a unique cultural tradition and the trajectory of social cultural developments prior to the urban period, but it was an essential driving force of connecting regions to create an extensive urban society. When you look at the map on the right, you can clearly see different physical environments and the widespread distribution of the Indus urban society across it. People moved, traded various commodities, interacted with each other, and built urban centers at different locations in this wide area. The extensiveness of the Indus urban society is well demonstrated by various cultural contents, especially of the Harappa culture. The occurrence of the classical Harappa style pottery confirms that the site with this pottery belongs to the urban period of the Indus civilization. Similarly, seals made of steatite and engraved with an animal and signs have a wide distribution across the different landscapes of the Indus region. However, recent research on the Indus archaeology has revealed regional cultures that developed in different parts and physical environments during the pre-urban period, dating to the 4000 BCE to 2600 BCE, and persisted into the urban period. For example, the salty seashore culture, which developed an extensive network over the Gagar Valley during the pre-urban period, continued to the urban period and coexisted with the Harappa culture in the region during the urban period. The Anarta culture in Gujarat also has an identical trajectory from the pre-urban to urban periods. Balochistan also maintained its cultural traditions along with the extraneous Harappa culture during the urban period. It indicates that the complex social-cultural interaction between the Harappa culture and regional societies gave birth to the extensive urban organization of the Indus civilization. The map on the right shows you that the Indus civilization was composed of the inter-regional or inter-societal relationships between the Harappa culture, which was dispersed across the wide area, and regional cultures that had their roots in the pre-urban period. It is also important to remember that the interregional interaction system of the urban society was not stable and underwent various changes through time. The complex interregional network of the pre-urban period was modified into an extensive interaction network with the emergence and dispersal of the Harappa culture around 2600 BCE. The Harappa culture must have been a political entity of mobilizing population movements and the exploitation of human and natural resources to build urban centers and extensive interaction network in collaboration with regional societies. During the pre-urban period, different regional societies and cultures emerged in different parts of the Indus region and interacted with each other to create a socio-cultural network. During the late phase of the pre-urban period, an extensive network was developed connecting the Indus Valley and its surrounding regions, which became a foundation of the urban society during the urban period. However, the regional cultures and societies did not fade away, but persisted into the urban period to develop interaction with the Harappa culture during the urban period. The late phase of the urban period, dating to the 2300 BCE and 1900 BCE, witnessed considerable changes in the interregional connections. The amalgamation of the Harappa culture and regional cultures happened in different parts of the Indus region. The Bara-style pottery in the Gagar Valley, the Surat Harappa style in Gujarat, and the Kulli style in Balochistan were all new ceramic styles which emerged under the amalgamation of the Harappa style pottery and regional styles, while the Harappa style pottery persisted with stylistic changes in Punjab and Sindh. It suggests that the interregional interaction between the Harappa culture and regional cultures became deeper, and the interregional relationship became more complex during the late phase of the urban period. In the map on the right, you can see the distribution of regional ceramic styles during the late phase of the urban period. These new ceramic styles coexisted with the classical Harappa style and regional styles continuing from the pre-urban period, such as the salty sea sword in the Gagal and the Ananta in Gujarat. It means that the interregional and the interstylistic relationship became highly complex during this period. Based on the overview I made above, some essential questions can be raised. The first one is, how did different regional societies come to be integrated? That means emergence of the Indus urban society. And the second one is what was the relationship between regional societies and the urban network? That indicates the uniformity versus diversity. I mean, both are very essential factors of the Indus urban society that should be considered in the future research. The third one is, how was the extensive urban network maintained, which is connected to the social structure and organization of the Indus urban society. And the fourth one is, how did the interregional network change in time? It is connected to the diachronic changes of the Indus urban society. And the last one is, how was the urban network disintegrated towards the end of the urban period? That means the decline of the Indus urban society. To answer these questions, craft production is one of the most important archaeological indicators. One of the factors that made the emergence of the widespread urban system possible is likely the uneven distribution of raw materials used for craft production. A wide range of raw materials for craft, such as stones, metals, shells, wood, and so on, are distributed in different parts of the Indus region, especially in hills and highlands around the alluvial plains. The access to those raw materials was inevitably important for craft production, which was highly developed and organized in the Indus urban society. The production, circulation, and consumption of crafts must have been socially controlled, though it has not been fully understood how they were organized. Recent studies on ceramic evidence have revealed regional ceramic styles and their diachronic changes. The Harappa style pottery, which was regarded as a homogeneous and stable style before, can roughly be divided into three phases, which can be used as a chronological marker of the urban period. Based on this chronological division, it has been clarified that the Harappa style was dispersed to different parts of the Indus region as early as the early phase, and its widespread distribution was maintained through the phases until the end of the urban period. It is also important discovery that the Harappa style interacted with regional ceramic styles to give birth to regional hybrid styles such as the Bala and Surat Harappa styles. Many of the regional styles that emerged during the pre-urban period persisted to the urban period, undergoing stylistic changes. The continuance of the regional styles indicates that regional communities maintained their ceramic styles and interacted with the Harappans in different ways. The coexistence of regional styles suggests a highly complex interaction system during the urban period. Some regional styles that did not originally have any contact with other styles in the other parts of the Indus region came into the Indus urban system. The balanced style black and red ware is one example of such. Indus-related pottery also occurs in different parts of southwestern Asia. The ceramics from Bahrain during the early second millennium BCE or the late phase of the urban period testify to the stylistic and technological transfer from the Indus region accompanied by population movements. Recent research on seals has also revealed variations in terms of iconography and carving technologies. This variation seems to indicate diachronic changes in style and technology through time. While the earliest group dating to the early phase of the urban period is distinct in having clumsy depictions of animals and unskillful carving, the later groups have a more naturalistic and sophisticated rendering of carved iconography and skillful carving technique. It means that seals which seem to have been used as administrative tools also underwent various changes through time. Indus-related seals from the Gulf region, which are called the Gulf-type seal, have been regarded as a testimony to the external connection of the Indus urban society, but recent studies are showing a more complicated picture of interaction. While they have a composition of iconography and signs identical to the seals from the Indus, the carving style and technology are considerably different from those of the Indus region. Stone beads, which are also an important item of the Indus tradition, also exhibit variations in morphological composition and drilling technology. Further studies will definitely demonstrate regional variation and diachronic changes. Detailed studies using multifaceted approaches such as provenience study, morphological and methodical analysis, and technological examination are needed to better understand the implication of stone bead production and distribution not only in the Indus region but also across southwestern Asia. To better understand the social organization of the Indus urban society, including political structure, economic relations, and ideology, the multifaceted approach to various types of crafts can provide us with invaluable information. Analysis and interpretations at different levels can lead us to a better understanding of the dynamic nature of the Indus urban society. Much more systematic research and collaboration among scholars is essentially required. This is the last slide of my presentation summarizing the tentative conclusions and the perspectives for future research. The Indus civilization seems to have been much more complex and varied in time and space, and the interregional network connecting different parts of the Indus region is a key factor for the emergence and development of the Indus urban society. The Harappa culture played a crucial role in the formation of an extensive urban network. The widespread distribution of Harappa-style items, such as ceramics and seals, indicates that the Harappa-style crafts were regarded as prestige goods which connected regional societies into an urban system that was highly stratified and hierarchical. However, regional societies were equally essential players in the makeup of the urban society. The regional societies seem to have contributed to the exploitation of local resources, such as raw materials for crafts and agricultural products. The urban society went through considerable change over time. The urban society consisting of regional societies and diverse communities was based on the balance among various factors. The urban society had to be frequently reorganized due to the changing nature of the inter-societal balance. Future research should focus on revealing the diachronic changes in the Indus urban society that was distinguished by unity, diversity, and dynamic inter-regional interactions. Thank you very much.